If you struggle with swinging over the top, struggling with your weight shift, struggling to get the ball to come down on line, and struggle to produce power in your golf swing, listen up, because it could be something as simple as just understanding how to set up to the ball correctly just with your stance width that could make a huge improvement in all four of those things. Most golfers that I see these days stand with a pretty wide stance. Now, part of the problem is that nobody has been able to give you a really concrete answer of how wide you should stand until Rotary Swing came out and said, listen, we have a definitive answer. You should stand 2 inches outside of neutral joint alignment. Now, why do we say that? Well, I've talked about that in the videos in detail. You can click the link in the description to see the whole thing, but the gist of it is your legs, in case you weren't aware of this, are attached to your pelvis. Now, most golfers are taught that they should stand shoulder width apart, but I always ask them, where are your legs attached? Well, they're not attached to your shoulders. Your shoulders have nothing to do with stance width. The reason being is that some people have very broad shoulders and narrow hips. Some people have broad hips and narrow shoulders and everything in between. Your stance width is predicated on your pelvis width, and it has more to do with sequencing your golf swing and understanding how to shift your weight than anything else. See, the trick to the golf swing is the whole thing that fires the downswing sequence is weight shift. You've heard millions of times golfers say you swing from the ground up, but what does that really mean? Well, the trick is every amateur tour player or every tour pro on the planet shifts his weight back to the left in the downswing to initiate the transition. If you don't shift your weight, you have nothing else to move the golf club other than your arms, hands, and shoulders. Now, if you're one of these golfers who swings over the top like this, your hips typically don't move much at all. You're just hacking at the ball with no power whatsoever because you're just relying on your little muscles to try and swing the golf club. Pros, we work on using our body, our trunk, our legs to produce power, and that all starts with weight shift. Now, the problem with a really wide stance is that I can shift my weight, but what's going to tend to happen? Well, my head's got to move all over the place. Golf's hard enough without a moving target, so we want to keep that head fixed. It can move a little bit. We give you about 1.5 inches, 2 inches max of movement, but we really like that for that head to stay quite centered. And by shifting my weight with my head not moving, I can't load up on the right side. I'm just going to tend to kind of sit here and spin in the middle. Weight shift is critical in the downswing because this lateral movement of your pelvis, which all pros do, your lateral movement of your pelvis tilts your spine away from the target. We call this secondary axis tilt. So if I have a proper stance width and I shift my weight, my hands and the club drop straight down on plane. Now, if you're the guy doing this is a huge difference of where your hands look like they just move vertically, because I'm not trying to move my hands at this point. I'm just shifting laterally to get my weight back to the left, and then I can bring the club down from there. If my stance is too wide, I either won't shift my weight or I'll shift and have so much secondary axis tilt that the club's going to come in way from the inside. Stance width is critical for understanding how to start the downswing. If you don't set up to the golf ball with the right stance width, you're never ever going to be able to have a proper transition. So today's bonus video is all about understanding exactly how wide your stance should be for every club in the bag and how to find your stance width based on the width of your pelvis. So click the link you see in the iCard or in the image you see here on the right, and I promise I'm going to take you to this bonus video. It's going to show you how to set up to the ball correctly with the proper stance width every single time, and you'll be shocked at how easy it is to get the club to come down on plane during the downswing when you have a proper stance width.